In this video, we're going to examine the characteristics of the market model of monopolistic competition. In earlier videos, we talked about the extreme cases of perfect competition and monopoly. In practice, there are very few examples of perfectly competitive or monopoly markets. Pretty much all real-world markets fall within the definitions of monopolistic competition or oligopoly. The basic assumptions of the market model of monopolistic competition are that, in a manner similar to perfect competition, there are many sellers. The difference, though, is that the products they produce are close substitutes but not perfect substitutes for each other, as it was in the case of perfect competition. Each firm is producing its own unique product. There are no barriers to entry or exit, as in the case of perfect competition, and in a way that differs from monopoly. But because of product differentiation and variation in consumer taste, when a monopolistically competitive firm raises its price, it will lose some of its customers, but not all of them. And as a result, each firm faces a downward sloping demand curve. Each firm is like a little monopoly, but it's a monopoly that actively competes with other monopolies producing similar products. We can see this best perhaps by talking about some examples of monopolistic competition. Restaurants and bars, particularly in larger cities or communities, would be a good example of monopolistic competition. Each restaurant offers its own unique menus, they use their unique recipes, they are decorated in different ways, and they all have their own unique ambiance. Similarly for bars, different bars will have different types of music or no music. They may have live music, they may have dancing, they may cater to older individuals, they may cater to younger individuals, but each restaurant and bar tries to differentiate itself from other restaurants or bars in a given region so that it can attract some sort of customer loyalty, which is important in getting that downward sloping demand curve to give them some control over their prices. Many types of clothing also fit in this category. If we look at t-shirts or footwear broadly defined, or hats or jackets, there are many producers of these products, each of which, though, is producing a product which is differentiated from other products produced by other companies, or other products produced by the same company. Hairdressers and many other personal service providers also are providing a somewhat differentiated service. Each hairdresser has their own unique style, they offer a different mix of services, and so forth. Auto repair shops also are producing a similar but differentiated product in that certain repair shops specialize in certain types of repairs. Some of them focus on providing a limited array of repairs at relatively low prices. Others specialize in very specific types of repairs. They may also differ in terms of the quality of the repairs, the quality of their diagnostic service, and perhaps also in terms of how much upselling they attempt to do. TV programming has become increasingly a monopolistically competitive industry now that cable services are providing often hundreds of channels, and we also have many streaming services over the internet where at any given time people have the option of watching thousands or tens of thousands of different types of programming, streaming through various apps or by streaming over the internet. And each program, obviously, is a somewhat different product. And the same is also true in the market for books and music and similar types of media. So in general, in a monopolistically competitive industry, we have firms that are trying to differentiate their product so that they have a bit more control over their price and their profits. In the next video, we'll talk about how output, prices, and profits are determined in both the short run and the long run in monopolistically competitive markets.